Nevada Governor Steve Sisolak gave what was probably the most important speech of his career and for the entire state of Nevada's existence yesterday. He outlined a few different things and had a big old change of heart, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video right now. Greetings to you guys, fellow YouTubers. My name is Steven and I am not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger, and I hope you guys would like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell for the future notifications, and leave us a comment below. Why do you think Steve Sisolak had a sudden shift in how he looked at things? Why is the bottom line for the state of Nevada's economy the most important thing, it seems? Because that was the focus of yesterday's video that he did, his live stream that he gave to the entire world. He shifted it away, it seems, from health and shifted it on the economy. A very interesting pivot, and I'll explain that in just a moment. If you guys do like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment. It helps the channel grow. YouTube will recommend it to other people that are like you, that you've never met before, that have similar interests. You might have been recommended this channel because somebody did those same things for you before. So those are free ways to support the channel. If you guys think I deserve it, that would be serendipitous to get another subscription. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You have no idea. You can also support the channel on the channel memberships and on Patreon. We also have your name in the credits if you go that route. You'll also get yourself early access to videos and some photo essays. I didn't do videos for a few days. The wife and I went out of town and I took a bunch of amazing photos from an amazing place. I'm going to share that on that channel memberships level 2 and up. And we also have Vegas Face Mask and also Patreon level 2 and up. VegasFaceMask.com, the only 2 masks you'll ever need. No S at the end, VegasFaceMask.com. These go around the back of your head. These are loose when I'm on a live stream because I don't tighten them as much because I'm always taking them up and down. But if I tighten that thing, man, that's so tight. My ears are actually starting to look like a regular face mask now. These will never fall down no matter what you want to do with them. 2 for $25. You guys can get those on VegasFaceMask.com. Supports the channel. Thank you supporting a small business. My wife makes them all personally. All right, commercials over. I just wanted to say those very important things to help support the wife. She works very hard on that stuff, and I love her very much. But we have to talk about Steve Sisolak's speech yesterday. So first things first, let's get it right out in the open instead of burying at the end like I sometimes do. The state is not shutting down, and I was completely wrong. I was completely wrong because in my eyes, when you have emergency room capacity that's nearing 85% full, and heaven forbid another incident like the October 1st incident was going to happen, you would have no place to put people to treat them. And whether or not you really think that this thing is a scam or you think that this is the biggest deal in the world and it's very, very real, we cannot get around the fact that if we have an emergency room that's full, an October 1st incident or something like that would mean that we would be in a disastrous state. So I looked at it and I said, it's probably the worst thing you could ever do to the economy. It might destroy us forever, but I suspect he will shut it down. I was wrong. Yesterday, he went on his camera on his live stream and he said, I'm not shutting Nevada down. I am going to retain the current restrictions, which are 25% capacity limitations for hotels, for restaurants, and for bars, and for casino floors. But we're going to continue on with that until January 15th. Also included in that is a mandatory mask mandate that exists inside and outside of buildings. Also with that is some stuff for locals that might pertain to you if you live here, like gyms being 25% capacity, those kinds of things. Also with that was a moratorium on evictions that lasts until March 31st by executive decree. So if you're in a place in Vegas and you can't pay your bills, don't freak out. We have until March 31st to get something set, and who knows if that'll be extended. But then he made a pivot. Something that I've never seen before. And I have to give the guy credit for actually talking about this. A lot of you guys think I hate Steve Sisolak. A lot of you guys think that you know my politics, but I just go down the center and look for things. And I give credit where it is due. And the credit where it's due in this situation is the fact that Sisolak started talking about money and business. He admitted during the live stream that every single month that gaming revenues don't exist because the casinos are shut down, the state loses $52 million, which means that being closed for nearly 3 months, the state lost close to $150 million for the state not being open for 3 months when we were closed down for 78 days, nearly 3 months. Now, this just is the gaming. This doesn't have to do with live entertainment taxes, which is when you do anything like a show. This doesn't have to do anything with cigarette taxes, alcohol taxes, other major sources of revenue in the state. And I've never seen a politician make a pivot like this. It was very interesting to see. He seems to understand at this point that this is something that's spreading. You can't really stop it and slow it down. Unfortunately, a shutdown is only going to hurt the economy and turn us into a ghost town. So I give him all the credit in the world for actually going ahead and making that change. change of heart on all that. Now, whether or not this is something that, is going to slap him in the face later, maybe something tremendously bad happens, like hospital capacity is near 100% and he feels that he's to blame, that's another thing altogether. And of course, in that same live stream that he did, of course, do the same old thing, the same Steve Sisolak thing, where he said, but if this doesn't get better, I'm going to have to shut us down. But at least we now have, and we know we now have, another month of reprieve. We can breathe easily. If you have plans to come over here for Christmas or for New Year's, you're still going to have to book your stay. You're going to get your stay. You're going to have a time in Las Vegas. Who knows what kind of time you're going to have? I think you'll have a good time if you watch the channel and you follow the tips and you do things I did in a video a few days ago, which I'll try to post up in the first comment of this video, which is, plan your trip ahead in advance. Plan your restaurants, reserve everything, book everything, rent a car, get off the strip, take some day trips, do some things in Las Vegas that you never would normally do, and then enjoy all your free attractions and do all that kind of stuff. I still think you can have a good time here as long as you're the type of person that's okay coming here. So that's the take that I have for it. Steve Sisolak seems to have pivoted and he's turned his entire sense of priorities around. Not to say that he doesn't care about people getting sick anymore, but he seems to care a lot about all of the services that Nevadans need. And maybe there's something in the budget that we don't see going forward. We know there's going to be a giant shortfall, but it might be a little worse than we thought it might be. But I'm glad that he is actually working actively to keep people working in the state of Nevada. I'm happy that you guys can come to Nevada and you can go to Las Vegas and you can have a vacation at least until January 15th, which is when he gives us the next update. And do stay tuned to the channel so you know when he does those updates, because I'll try to be the first to bring it to you here on YouTube. I think I'm the first today. But that's our roundup for whether or not you can vacation in Las Vegas coming up. Yes, you can. You have all the way to January 15th when we get to a point where he might do another update and tell people what's going on. I hope you guys would like, share, subscribe. My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. I bid you farewell and tell you guys this. If you're going to come to the state of Nevada, if you're going to come to Las Vegas, do me a favor. Wear a mask. Socially distance the best you possibly can. Book everything in advance. Have a good time in 2020 if it's the last part of the year that you're coming in for, because you owe it to yourself to do that, and we will be happy to have you as long as you're not in a high-risk group, you're not going back to work with people that you can be making sick. As long as you're okay with taking that and taking that risk, seems like Nevada for the time being is okay having you. So stay safe out there, everybody. I'm going to click out the video and say 3, 2, 1, click. I took about 9 takes to do this video today to get it right for you. And even right now, I don't know how happy I am with it. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Check out VegasFaceMask.com, no S at the end, and the Patreon and the channel membership so you guys can get access to those photo essays I'll start to put up. I have to build it out on my computer. Never done it before. It'll be a new thing for me and a new thing for you. So 3, 2, 1, click. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, and click.